Why hello there, fellow fleet commanders. Radamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld. Episode 29, Claiming a New Flagship. So, here's the thing. We're going to head over to Kufu and take out these two bounties. And they're not insignificant, but I don't think we need to pick up too many more big ships for them. However, I'm going to anyway. I'm going to take up both Auroras. And the reason for this is so that they can start building up experience for the purpose of S-modding. Because if I'm going to be going toe-to-toe with, like, Persean League, I need to consider building up as much strength as I can. Because Persean League are not going to play nice. They're going to punch below the belt as fast as they can, do, like, you know, commerce rating and garbage like that. They're basically jerks. And I really ought to be ready to deal with their faction as soon as I can. Alright. So, party bus is coming with, and it is going to be Bloody Death. You can decide what you want the name to be. Call you Bloody Death for now. So getting over to Kufu again for these two bounties. Orange primary star, so that's probably you. And then this one is a dwarf primary star, which is probably you. So we'll go to the orange primary star first, and it is a desert world near the orange primary star. So that's what desert world is he even here? Are you wrong? What? I'm so confused. Okay, maybe it's not that orange primary star? But there's no other orange primary stars here. So, you're rumored to be hiding out near a desert world in a dwarf... Oh, this is the dwarf. Sorry, the other one. You're at a rocky ice world at Orange Primary Star. Okay, that changes the equation. So rocky ice. So Kigamaya is where one of them is. I don't believe there's it's an adjacent from us, so there's no real reason for me to try to get there. We just sail there. It's fine. Yeah, the Persean League enforcers are getting a little annoying. So it's this gravity well right there. We'll just drop in right on their heads. Mining is done. Mining. Oh god, look at them. Quarter million. Yeah, you can see why I wanted mining. It's bringing in some money. I wouldn't be able to install the mining item though. A little reminder, of course. The autonomous mantle bore, which is for mining, requires that you are not a habitable world, which we are a habitable world. So obviously the mining bonus is moot here. Doesn't really matter. It's not why. I had mentioned previously about Tritax threat. So it's worth going over Tritax threat. I mentioned Hedge really only cares if you do AI cores, which we're not using, so we're not really a threat to them. Luddic Church cares if you have Ludd majority, which we do not, so that's not a problem anymore. Personally wants you to join, and will continue to be a problem. Pirates have already been paid off. Pathers, we haven't paid them off yet. Cindrian only really cares if you make fuel, which we do not make, so that's not a problem. Tritac, however, is interested in your colonies once you start exporting things other than food, domestic goods, or metals. And we are exporting organics, but it requires you to export, I think, more than one type of good, which means if I'm not mistaken, we are not on Tritac's radar just yet. We might be soon, but not quite yet. And colony threats would, I think it's updates at the end of the month anyway. So we wouldn't even know if we're on their radar at the moment anyway. All right, here we go. They have a lot of things to squish. They have a lot of small ships, but their small ships aren't very powerful. Really, they have 2 powerful ships and a bunch of junk. So this should not be hard. Famous last words, but yeah, no, it really shouldn't be that bad. Unfired. Unfortunately, it's a big fleet, and like there's almost no ships I want from them other than that one Eradicator. So even though it's not a really powerful fleet to destroy, there's not, other than like the money we make, there's not a lot of reason to like blow them up. There's not a lot I want to capture off of them. I do have a question for you guys before I continue this fight, which is, should I next, what should I next invest in? Star Fortress or orbital habitat or terraforming? So in terms of terraforming, it would be saving up for that mild climate, which is really expensive. Probably. Star Fortress would be the upgraded version of the battle station that we have. And an orbital habitat would be an orbital, would kind of like be like another colony that we would be building up, but without natural resources. So give you 5 minutes to vote on that while this fight is underway. Whoa, they're all coming to my way. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to try to keep them entertained, messing with them here, because that gives my fleet the ability to just like smush their junk. Because a ton of their ships are like staring at me and not at my other ships. So like that works for me. All right, let's see if I can help out that Eradicator though. Zap! How's that feel? Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? Oh, I can get rid of this buffalo. Buffaloes are a joke. A lot of the ships that they brought to this fight are like a joke, like buffaloes and condors. So they use a lot of deployment points, but they aren't very threatening. Because like condors are like light carriers that are really easy to just blow up. And basically same with buffaloes. Oh, their Atlas doesn't have shields up towards me. That's gonna hurt you. Bye-bye, Atlas! Oh, yep, you're almost dead now. Whoops. I panned right in front of debris. My bad. Bad piloting on my part. But it's dead now. Yep, there it goes. The Atlas was more concerned with the 2 Aurora, or the Aurora and the Fury, that they were like, oh yeah, I'll put my shields towards the Aurora and Fury. Which, like, yeah, it's smart, but you're dead as a result. I'm here for experience, so I'm going to keep blowing them up. Because I don't think we're going to have any casualties on our side, so this is just XP farming at this point. And my freaking allies are, like, shoving me out of my own kill. Look at them. They're literally just, like, maneuver drive pushing me and debris out of, like, I couldn't fight because they had just ejected this debris at me by like bumper carring it in my face. Yep, that's sometimes how it goes. I racked up a lot of experience. It's almost to the point where, like, because my ship is fully S-modded, unless I want to start spending story points, I should be sharing more experience with my allies, but, nah. They got to earn it themselves. There we go. I don't want that. Another fleet down. I don't think we removed any demods. And you guys want me to invest in an orbital habitat. Copy that. All right. So at Darad, I'm going to set up a construction grid. Build. Get that underway. And then the other bounty. So that one's dead. Oh, yeah, that one's dead. You are Dwarf Primary Star, Desert World. So you're here? How many store points do I have? I've got 20. I could invest story points into mining. Should I story point my mining on Darad? Yes or no? So my next thing to story point here would cost me 8. And then the one after that would be 16. So this, if I do story point mining at Darad, it's likely the last time I use story points on this colony. Because I'm not likely to spend 16 on something at Darad. What's the benefits? It increases the output of the facility by 1. So I would go from 6 regular ore to 7, 3 transplutonics to 4, and how many organics is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 7 organics to 8, or to 8. So all of these 3 things would go up by 1. Let's do Tusk. Hello, they're like just jumping me. Here we go, another one. Generally, when you invest in industries, you increase output by 1. For accessibility stuff, you're increasing the accessibility. You know, it's a lot of the story point bonuses are kind of generic. It's like +1 to whatever. Dog treats. Tusk, you want a treat? Treat? She's not coming. She's like chilling over there, off screen. I can try to put it. Hold on. Sorry for all the combat disruption. We're trying to coax the dogs. Can I get more deployment points? Yes. Sort of. So deployment points, the way they work is it's a ratio of your fleet size to enemy fleet size. So if you have like a fleet of 30 massive ships, the ratio, and the enemy fleet is tiny, the ratio of deployment points is a consequence of that. So, like, the more ships I bring to a fight, the more, like, deployment points I can have. And there's other factors as well, but that would be the TLDR of them. So, if like, I show up with, like, oh, my shields are down. If I show up with a massive fleet and they show up with a massive fleet, the way it kind of works is, like, the amount of ships on the battlefield is the ratio of, like, my fleet to their fleet. So if my fleet's twice as big, I'll have roughly twice as many ships. That would be the inaccurate, but, like, easy way to understand how it works. It's not exactly that, but it's close enough. Okay, my flux is bad. There we go, now I can bet. Get this eagle down. Whoa! The Eradicator released missiles. I did just lose an enforcer. I'm gonna... You know what? I don't think I'm really needed elsewhere, though. That enforcer probably overextended. and got Griffin missiled or something, I'd imagine. Just tried to take out their Sunder. There can only be one Sunder. Come on, Aurora. Yeah, there you go. I just absolutely fed that vigilance to the Aurora. Now get out of my face! Yo, Falcon, help me with this eagle. Oh yeah, this eagle's screwed. We've got a Fury, Falcon, and me on it. And I'm not backing down. Even though I'm taking hull damage. Oh god, a little bit too much hull. It took out my main guns. So I'm just kind of like a sitting duck at the moment. But my main guns will come back. I'll be fine. I'm just like sitting here threateningly. Because I don't have main guns at the moment. They shot him. Come on, guns. There it... Oh, it's back just in time for nothing. Cool. How'd I do? 1,300? Okay, well, yeah, I was fine. Our Enforcer, I think, did pick up a demod. But I'll recover. None of their monitors were recoverable. Bomber. That's really nice. Increased piloting ship's energy and ballistic weapon range by 20%, but peak and performance down by 10? That's not a big deal, because I have skills that help with peak performance. So that's easily compensated for. Fighter replacement rate, but increased ship maintenance. Oh, a monitor. Oh, I couldn't salvage it. Shucks. Someone named the plan Old James. Oh, yeah, and it has a bunch of piracy on it, so it's like Jamestown. Got it. All right. The current priority right now, let me update, is going to be raise money to invest in an orbital colony. So one of the rules of this run is that I only colonize one planet, but building an orbital colony, orbital habitat, is not like a colony. It's different. And we're going to need a lot of money to invest in one, because it's basically like having a new colony all over again. Just one without natural resources, which makes money. Therein lies the expense. There we go. Lots of bounties just got offered, and some really big ticket. That's sexy. Okay, battle station's up. Cool. We're not gonna push it any higher, though, because you had voted for me to focus on the construction grid. The construction grid will take a year, however. I don't have enough for a Star Fortress. That's 1 million. I'm close, but not quite there. So at this point, there's not much to do at Darrett, other than to build up a purse that will allow us to invest in the habitat that we'll be building. Whoa. All right, how many demods do we have total? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 total? Sweet. All right, let's see. An apogee, eagle, falcon. An executor with a bunch of eagles and falcons. An aurora, dominator, fury, eagle, fury, falcon, harbinger. Pegasus. I would love to get a Pegasus. That fleet is scary, though. This fleet is probably not one that we want to tussle with because it has 3 battleships. It has 2 conquests and a Pegasus. If the Pegasus was alone with just like the champions as wings, but this is like 3 battleships with these ships and 20 other ships, that's too much. That's like, we'll take losses. It's not worth it. Interestingly, this one is a powerful fleet, but it only has 5 other ships of lesser significance, whereas this one has 20 ships of lesser significance. So I think this Syndrian bounty is maybe the one we go after, which is a battleship, a bunch of cruisers, but like not a whole lot of wings and escorts. Whoa, a lot of the bounties are all like all in the same spot though. But yeah, I want this one anyway. So gates. Addis Gate. So Addis Gate, go north. Got it. Let's make sure to top up our fuel supplies and crew, because I'm almost not enough crew to crew up my ships. And have at it. Now, was I right about the colony threats? Yes. Tritac, because we're not making anything that competes with Tritac's industry, still does not care about us, which is great. Because I really don't want to have to deal with Tritac plus Persian. One major faction at a time is more than enough. If there's hello. If there are other bounties for Pegasus, I'll consider it. Just that one with 2 conquests and a Pegasus would just be suicide. They'd be stupid. An orbital habitat is functionally no different than a colony, except for the lack of natural resources. So it needs everything that a regular colony needs for all intents and purposes. So you are hiding out in a gas giant with a white primary star. Well, there's 2 white primary stars here. I haven't been to either of them. Oh, there's even another one. Oh god, this is going to be tough. Alright, so we have a bunch of searching to do. And they're here. I backed off just a little bit to recover from the storm damage, because a Falcon took storm damage. But yeah, alright. Let's fight it. If you have 100% relation with a faction, can you still get a colony threat from them? Yeah. Your relationship doesn't really play a factor. In most threats. So you can read up on the colony crisis of like what causes the crisis, what mitigates the crisis if you want. I don't want to spoil it for those that don't know. But relationship is very rarely a factor for these. So being friendly with them stops their like random fleets from messing with you, but it doesn't really do anything for the crisis, I think is maybe the best way to explain. So like if I became friendly with the Pathers or friendly with the pirates, their random fleets might leave me alone, but that does not mean that like their crisis is averted at all. I'm not wasting my time with that little Centurion. Oh, frickin' stop nudging me. We're not playing bumper cars. I like totally missed my tack lance because that Fury was, or that Falcon was like just bumping me around. Because what I want to do is I want to put pressure on the Executor here. Oh, crud, I didn't see you. Disengage. I don't want to be the primary target of the Executor either. Which, at the moment, I am. So let me back the hell up. Because, yeah, my little destroyer versus a capital ship is a terrible matchup. I think it's actually probably best if I help out the Eradicators take out the Falcons that are supporting the Executor, and then we just, like, overload the Executor full of, like, fleet hell at the end of it. So that's what I'll do. So who is going... It's a Fury? No, it's this Falcon. You... So I'm telling my missile ships to focus on the Executor now. Uh-oh, the Executor has like lasers up my butt though. Yikes. Alright, I think mostly they're down to just their capital ship. And some support ships around it. Not a big deal. And it's getting flux maxed. So let's help. Oh, come on. Eradicator, chill. Stop getting in front of me. Oh my god. Oh shoot. That Sunder hit me hard. Bye-bye. Bouncing out of here. That's the power of the Sunder, right? Alright, so the Executor is down. It got destroyed. Who knows if it's recoverable. We'll see. I wouldn't mind more capital ships, of course. But I'm not going to hold my breath. And they still have a Eagle on the field. So I'll keep going. Done. I don't think we suffered any losses. One crew died. Cool. Really good experience for a lot of these ships. A lot of these ships got like triple-digit experience, which is awesome. Oh, all right. We got, let's see. The Executor. Eagle, Falcon. I absolutely do not have the crew for this. Degraded, life support, turtle sandwich got removed. Turtle sandwich, are you clean now? Yes, you are a clean ship. All right, I can't transverse jump out of here because I don't have the like fleet durability. I'll like destroy myself. So let's just go to a jump point. 14th Eagle's pretty good. The thing is, I'm not allowed to use 14th Eagles. As per the rules. So, good as they may be, they will never be in my fleet. Oh, you know that. Okay. I was just reminding you. I didn't pick up any 14th ships. So 14th ships are too unique. Would paint kind of a big target on me as far as like my own personal lore goes. So, hence not using them. We're sitting at about 1 million. That's nice. Let's get to where are we? What the hell? Duresh. Yeah, we want to get to like a gate or something so we can get home. And, I'll run a raffle for these guys. Is this... Wow, there's slipstreams everywhere and none of them go where I want. Oh, I thought I was moving slow. No, frickin'... Oh. I'm just gonna risk it. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, we mostly need crew, so I'll pick up some crew at Nordia. And some fuel, maybe. Oh, transponder's on. Take a look at the bounties now. So that's like the unobtainable bounty, and then these other two bounties are like next to each other. They're tempting if I can do them within time, but I don't know if I'm gonna make within the time frame. Because I want to drop off these big ships back home. And then we'll go bounty hunting again. Eh. Good ships. I will autofit them just a little bit right now. Ooh, God. I mean, oof. That's not terrible. Grav and plasma. I would probably do plasma and tack. Oh, I can override it. It's, given the quality of this ship, it might be worth, like, actually giving a crap about it, how it's built. It's back, actually. Hold on, let me autofit. It wasn't terrible. Burst PD in the back with the dual flak makes sense. The grav beams, maybe not all grav beams. Mix it in with, like, other beams, like ion beams for suppression, because the advantage of grav beams is, they're highly effective against shields, destabilizing them and increasing damage dealt by all sources. But they max out at 3. So, you don't get any more bonuses over 3 beams on a target. So you don't really, and that's assuming that no one else is shooting the target with beams. So you don't really need 4 grav beams. 4 grav beams, in my opinion, is a little overkill. Unless you don't think that they're going to be effective. Mixing it with ion beams will EMP your enemy ships. Or you can mix it in with, tack lasers or, you know, other lasers for even like IR Lance or something like that, to put in damage. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And maybe it's a bad build, but I don't care. It's what I'm doing. Hey, Bam Bam! How's it going, man? What were you up to today? Oh, and dog treats? I will try to redeem treats if I can. Give me 1 second. Roadcraft, sweet. Hey, Tusk. Whoops. Tusky, come here. Tusky, treat. Oh, what if I give you the treats from the bag? Treat? Husky, come on. Come on. Come on up. We got her. Just stay there. There you go. I got you back into Starsector. My bad. Or you're welcome. I'm not sure which. Probably a bit of both. Bit of column A, bit of column B. Alright, raffle timer. Let's see. I'm gonna re-roll that. The Banlish? Seems about right. Hey, you're an executor, Banlish. Congrats, man. I'll try to build you as well as I can. No promises. Oh, God. Let's see. I'm going to put dual flak in the front. And then the medium hybrids, I'll do... I really wish I had more. You know, one thing I don't have a lot of is the hypervelocity drivers. I'm a little bummed about that. I really like them as weapons. They're great range and they punch shields awesome. They're really good for like station destruction and stuff like that. And we just don't have any, which is a big old womp womp. I could put more grav beams. Maybe I'll put IR lances. I don't know. I mean, I can see the advantage of grav beams. Let me think. IR auto lance are kind of like pulse lasers, maybe, or ion pulsers. I don't have any ion pulsers though. Oh no, I do, but they have low range. That's the problem. I could do phase lances. So the issue I'm running in here is every weapon on this right now has a range of 1,000, right? 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Tac lasers are also 1,000. So I want to put in a weapon that has a range of 1,000. More ion beams wouldn't make sense because I already have 2 ion beams. I guess I could do more grav beams, but I already have 2 of those as well. And I don't have another weapon that like has 1,000 range that makes a whole lot of sense. Other than grav, freaking, I guess I'll just grav it all up. Yeah, I'm gonna grav it all up. It might not be the best design, but whatever. All right. Thing's pretty solid. Obviously, it doesn't have experience. We just got it. So I'm not going to be able to, like, S-mod it. But it's definitely a ship that should be effective in the long run. All right, next one. I'm going to spend a little bit less time on this one. Just auto-fit it. Because I don't really like eagles. Sorry, eagle people. And this is the... party bus again. Because that's what you said you wanted. And then the last one is the what? Island Timber? We already have one of those. I'm gonna reroll. Oh my god, you won again? How are you? How'd you win back to back? Like, I call hacks so hard. One more roll. Banlish wins again. What is going on with my... Yo, Nightbot. You can't just keep awarding the same people over and over and over. This is silly. It seems broken. It's just had the same 3 people win like multiple times in a row, even though there's like tons of eligible users. There we go. There's a new name. The Ashura. And this is like the dumbest. Maybe I'll do close support. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. Unfortunately for you guys, you're getting dry docked. I don't actually have a target that warrants such a fleet to be fielded. I think I'm also going to put away this Fury because all the demods have been removed and it's been double S modded. And to start cycling in ships into the main fleet to S mod them. So we have a slightly rotating roster of ships. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That are getting stronger over time. That's the intention. Because if I keep putting the same few ships that already have their S mods in and fielding them that don't have D mods, they're not really getting much of a benefit. So now I'm going to check for S mod options for the ships that are already here. So you already have the missile racks. I could do hangar for you. Yeah, let's S mod the hangar. Why not? And then auto fit you again. And then change your hangar, because what the hell fighter did it just have you have? Something stupid, I am sure. So we'll put a broadsword in there. So ECCM package, is that what I really want? You're not much of a carrier to have defensive targeting array. You don't have enough weapons for ITU. I don't think I don't know. I really integrated target point to no. That's stupid. There really isn't much to be put in here. Yeah, I guess ECCM makes the most sense. Because the ECCM package helps with missile speed and maneuverability. So yeah, that makes the most sense. Okay, cool. And maybe I phase you out. Alright. You do not have enough experience, so not yet. You do not have not enough experience. Mule. Put fuel in. So now you have fuel, cargo, efficiency overhaul, and you can pick up one more. I could do birthing, but I don't really think I need birthing. Survey equipment? In case I survey stuff? Or maybe sensors, because I will use sensors more frequently. Yep, we'll do high resolution sensors. All right, what about the Colossi? Hey, here we go. Both of them got up enough for militarized subsystems. And for this entire time, they've had the capacity to take on fuel, and I haven't put it in there. Let's pretend I did already. And then efficiency overhaul. So now all of my Colossi are built the same. Once I can know my alphabet and find efficiency. There it is. So they're all built the same now. So they're just super support ships, in other words. Nice. Solid. Taking a look at some of the others. Monitor. You have built-in extended shields. Cool. And I think at this point, all of the S-modding that it can do is done. These Auroras need more battle action. So there's some ships I'm going to take out of fleet. So I'm going to take the Vengali out because it's done. I'm going to take the Azaroon out. It's done. I'm going to take the Enforcers out. They're done. And we'll filter in some new ships to get better. I'm going to just keep maining the Sunder though, because I'm not ready to pull the Sunder out. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhodamont.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow stateless.